Hey guys, it's Bronson, and today I want to talk about an idea I had that's mainly an idea. It's not really a prediction or theory because I don't know if it would really happen in the future. The odds of it are pretty low in my book, but I think it would be really cool, and I think it's a great idea. So, if you have played Magic the Gathering a while back in their career, they released these kind of artist proof cards, is what you see on the screen right here. So essentially, it's just a blank card. So my idea, my pitch is I think that if you had a blank card for the name and the face or the picture of the hero, but then still kept like a hero ability, I think that would be an amazing thing to add to a product for Flesh and Blood. And I know if you're watching like from the Legend Story Studios team, I think MJ, you'd really like this idea because it's inspiring new artists to just go ham and start creating stuff for their own. And if you don't know who that is, MJ is the lead design for the Flesh and Blood lore book and illustrated a bunch of drawings in that book. And if you haven't seen the lore book, guys, you gotta see it. I mean, I'm not really into lore myself. I'm just gonna admit I'm not into lore, but that book is just amazing. And I am biased because I love Flesh and Blood. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to this. So the reason why I think this would be so good is think about it. We're in an age of social media. Everybody wants to be important. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to get their stuff out and be like an individual. And I think releasing this type of thing would be perfect in a supplemental product. And you can even put it in a common slot. Like commons are gonna be like tossed in the bulk bin anyway. Might as well make a blank card and let people have the opportunity to be a little bit creative and like to explore different things and to put themselves into the game. So I think this would be an amazing thing to put into a supplemental product, and I think it would be amazing for social media. I mean, I could even see YouTubers, man, like much more successful YouTubers than myself. What they do is like, let's say they had a big fan base and their fans say, hey, can you sign some cards for me? And then they could draw up a nice drawing and sign their name, and it would be something special, and it would be a card that is meant to be drawn on, and I think that would be really cool. And I mean, obviously, you wouldn't send anything to me because I would just draw a little stick figure and be like, "Hey, a stick figure with a pitchfork, Bronson, done." But but there's a lot better creative minds than me who are great at art, and I think that this game is really great for that because you have a hero centered game. A hero, one person, a singular being that is you. You are playing as that character. So if you're not only able to play as that character, but now you're able to name your character, like I'm now Ted, and I'm an elf, or like you draw whatever you want. Ted the elf who you know likes to ride around on horses and likes golfing, like Ted the horse riding golfer. I mean, you could the things are endless, and what that really goes into, and the reason why I think that my last point, the reason why I think this is perfect, is I have a story for you guys. So when Dungeons and Dragons 4E came out, I started playing with my friends, and they had gotten into it a little bit earlier. They were getting me adopted. They set me up with the elf, right? And the elf ranger. And at first, I was like, I don't know if I want to be the elf ranger. Like I looked at the lore book, I looked at the books, and I looked at all the classes, and I was like, man, Warlock's pretty cool. I like their abilities. I like their level 1 daily power. It was really good at the time. It gave you a lot of health, like temporary health, and it looked like a really nice class to be. And I thought about it for a long time, and I kept feeling that way until suddenly one night I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, let me think about like if I was this elf ranger, like what would my name be? And I was like, oh well, X name, and then I developed a background for my character, right? And I thought, oh well, what if Bronson the elf? had like a village and he went out for a little bit, came back, and the village was burned down. Everyone's dead. And he's the last of his village, and he has to rebuild his village, and he needs to make him a name for himself in his world, and that's who he is. And you know what? Ever since that moment, I wanted to be that elf. I wanted to be Bronson the Elf Ranger. Like that was me. Like I felt like connected with the game. I felt connected because I created that character. I birthed it from my brain. So I feel like that's so important with the game is just having players and people just identify with it and create into it and have a piece of it that they can call their own. I think that is so important in a game, and I think a product like this is so great and would work so well in getting the players engaged in that way, especially because it's hero centric and that we're in social media and all that stuff. And the thing that really is the coup de grace to all this is that the implementation would be amazingly easy. You'd put this in a supplemental product, make it a common slot, and hey, it's just one more artist that you don't have to commission. And and you could even have it as Legend Story Studios is trying to find a new artist. We're holding an event. Whatever best art you have on a card, we're gonna put it on that on a card. So there's so many events, so many things. I'll end it there. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is an amazing idea. I don't know if it will ever happen because I know drawing on playing cards isn't like the most wanted thing that Legend Story Studios has, in my opinion. But hey, maybe we'll see it. Maybe it'll happen. Thanks for watching.